Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you saw from the intro, I will be transforming this ugly chair into something beautiful. So I found these chairs in my neighborhood. They were free because they were just on the side of the road. And so they were a set of 6, and of course they looked a little rough. Plastic was ripping up from it, the cushions were really dirty, but I knew that with a few materials and a lot of love that I could make this beautiful. So we had just moved into our house at this point, and I wanted to redo our dining area with a new set, so I figured I'd go ahead and take advantage of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe if you have not. We're going to go ahead and get started. I just flipped the chair around, and I'm going to remove the cushion by taking my drill. You can use a screwdriver, of course, and I'm just undoing those long screws in there. Make sure you put those aside because you will need them later. And I'm just going to go ahead and remove the cushion and put the chair to the side. Now I'm just removing this plastic that's on there. I mean, I don't know why on earth somebody would want that there. That was not a cute look for sure. But as you can see, these were the 6 chairs. They were all in great condition. They were dirty, but other than that, nothing was broken or cracked. So I was super excited to play around with these. These are the cushions all removed, and this was all the yucky plastic that I removed as well. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and clean down these chairs. You want to do this in general, but I especially want to do this because of the fact that these were on the side of the road in our neighborhood. And so I don't think that they were out there for long, but still, you don't know what all has been on there and stuff. So just go ahead and clean it. I just used a dish towel and some warm water, and of course you can see my dog Daisy coming to give me kisses. She is so sweet. But yeah, just go ahead and make sure that it gets nice and clean and remove all the dirt and oils. So this is going to be the paint that I use. It's the Rustoleum Chalky Smooth Finish paint in the color Linen White. Then you'll need a sandpaper. I use a sanding block here, just 80 grit. You can use whatever you have. Here are some 4-inch rollers. It's a 2-pack. And then this basic paintbrush, it was 1.5 inches. And you'll need a little pan and roller, of course, as well. But we're going to start off by just giving it a good sand to get that prepped for the chalk paint. Luckily, you do not have to prime, but we're going to go in with a brush first. I'm just going to go ahead and shake up this can and remove it with this little pink can opener. And again, I'm just going to start off with my painting brush, just because I figured it'd be a little bit easier with the way that the chair has all of those vertical pieces of wood there. I just found it a little bit easier with that paintbrush. So I went ahead and painted my first coat on there, and after you do your first coat, you get to let it sit for a couple hours, and then you can go in for your second coat. So that's what's nice about chalk paint, is that you can basically do multiple layers in a day. So this is what it looks like with the first coat. You can definitely see through it. So I wanted to go in with my second coat. This is when I actually went in my roller and brush combined, just sort of using it as I please. So you can see I'm using the roller here, and it does seem to pack on more of a punch when it comes to the opaqueness of the paint. So yeah, just going and putting that all in there. I had also forgot to mention I have a plastic tarp on the bottom here. If you want to paint outside, you can paint outside. It was too hot this day, so I went ahead and set up indoors. So yeah, just make sure, you can see I have my paint shorts on, some flip-flops, and an old t-shirt. So this can get messy, so just be aware. So yeah, I'm just going and finishing any spots that I missed here with the brush. So I definitely recommend that you have a brush and a roller, just because I think, especially with white paint, you don't want to miss anything. And so I just think it looks a little bit better with both of those techniques in there. So you can see these are what all the chairs look like finished, and so they definitely turned out great. I really loved it, and what I'm going to do is seal them with this Rustoleum Matte Clear Protective Top Coat, just because this is going to be dining room tables. We'll be using these a lot, and I just went ahead and applied this with a little foam brush, and just putting that on the top there, just going to help with the longevity of it. And that's really all you need for painting the chairs. Now we're going to move on to the cushions. So what I did is I went ahead and bought fabric from Hobby Lobby. You'll also need some scissors, an industrial staple gun and staples, and also a hammer I forgot to show as well. But I believe I got 2 or 3 yards of fabric from Hobby Lobby. I got one that was on sale, I believe, and I wanted a gray color with the white, but you can of course choose any type of fabric you want. I went ahead and made sure I had enough for all 6 cushions. Then I cut out a big square around it just to make sure I had enough to overlap. But as you can see, all I'm doing here is going to tuck the fabric tightly and secure in the middle with a staple. Now to make it really tight, I went back in with a hammer to hammer down on those staples that I put in there because I wanted to make sure no staples were going to pop out. So if your staple gun is really powerful, you may not need to do that step, but for mine, it was just sort of a medium powerful type of staple gun, or stapler I should say. It's not a staple gun. So because there was a lot of fabric, these cushions were thick, I wanted to make sure it was secured. So in the corners, you just want to fold a little bit as well, make sure it's a nice clean line or seam, and tuck it very tightly. And you will go back in and trim up later, but you will have to trim up a little bit of the fabric to make sure it's not too thick on those corners there. But yeah, this is just trial and error, you guys. Just pull, tuck, and staple and hammer, and make sure there's no air bubbles. You want to make sure it's nice and secure. And that's really what you're going to do for all of them. There's no really rhyme or reason. You can be a little bit messy with this and just sort of do whatever works for you. But yeah, I really like this fabric. I tried to pick something that didn't look like it'd get dirty easily. And so again, it was from Hobby Lobby and was really, really affordable. But yeah, guys, I also wanted to point out that this table here that I'm using is actually the table that you saw in the beginning. I also ended up painting it and transforming it. I got it for $30 from Facebook Marketplace, and I just used chalk paint and some additional materials like a roller and a little finishing paste. And guys, it was so cool to see it all come together. So I obviously love transforming things, but anyways, I just trimmed up the pieces, and guys, this was the cushion all done. It was so soft, so luxurious looking, and I was super happy with the material that I found at Hobby Lobby. So make sure to check Hobby Lobby if you want to find something similar. But now all we have to do is add the cushion back to the chair. So you just want to go ahead and put it on the side. I just put on my couch here under some wood so that it was straight. And then you're going to take your cushion and make sure to have it centered on there. You don't want it over too much to the left or right or too forward. And once you have it centered there, go ahead and take those screws that you set aside the day before, because this is the next day. You want to make sure that the chairs are completely dry before doing this, of course. But yeah, you're just going to go ahead and use those screws and drill them into those 4 holes there. And once you do that, guys, then that's all you need to do. You are done. Your chairs are transformed. And guys, I just loved the way that this turned out. I hope you did too. It was super easy. I have had no experience with this before, and I was able to do it, so you can too. But this is a reminder of what it looked like before. Can you believe how gross and ugly it looked, and now how cute it looks? And again, guys, I got these for free. So I spent a few bucks to make them look like brand new chairs. So you guys can too. I hope that I inspired you. Make sure to comment down below if you want to see more transformation videos as well. As you can see, I did my table here and it turned out wonderful. It really did look like a set you can buy in the store. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!